Hi guys, we made it. Section 10.6. This is the last section of the book. This is our last formal full-on lesson video of math notes for the year. I mean, does it get any better than that? We did it. Okay, we're doing it now, but like 10 minutes from now you can look back and say, "Hey, we did it. We did it." I'm proud of you. Let's finish this up. Section 10.6, summarizing categorical data. Basically, we've got some charts we're going to be filling in. They're called two-way frequency tables. Okay, and I'll explain what that means as we do it. I could talk ad nauseum about what these things actually are. I think it's easier to just show us, fill in the menu, kind of get like, oh, I get it. At least I hope so. Let's look at one. I think my head's out of the way. There we go. All right. Jacob is planning an end of the school year party. Appropriate. He has 25 friends whether they would prefer a bowling party or a laser tag party. After collecting the data, 60% of the friends say they prefer a bowling party, 52% of the surveyed are males, and 12% of those surveyed are females who prefer a laser tag party. Okay. Basically, there's a party, and we've got some data that we collected about the people who want to come to this party. Right now, it's all given to us percentages, and we're going to fill in this chart as such. First thing it tells us to do, complete the two-way frequency table to organize the data. So, what is two-way frequency? Well, two-way means I'm comparing males and females, but I'm also comparing bowling party and laser tag. So I get two ways that I'm comparing these data. I'm comparing males to females. I'm also comparing people who want to do bowling and people who want to do laser tag, which means I'm going to end up with 4 actual categories: males who want to bowl, males who want to play laser tag, females who want to bowl, and females who want to play laser tag. And we're going to fill this chart in, and that's going to be our first bit of information. So we're going to fill this all in with percentages first, because that's what the problem gives this to us as. It gives us all as percentages. And that's going to create what's called a relative frequency table, which is a type of two-way table. So let's fill in what we know. 60% of the friends prefer bowling party. So that 60% bowling party, that's total people that want to do bowling party. So that's 60% goes here. They say 52% were males. So of the males, the total number of males was 52% of the people surveyed. And 12% of those surveys were females who prefer laser tag party. Female, laser tag party, that's this part of the chart. Okay, so all the bowlers, all the males, and just the females who want to play laser tag. Okay, now believe it or not, we now have enough information to fill in the rest of this chart. And that's where I think these are kind of fun. I'll probably post a little extra puzzle for you guys to do if I can find one easily. That kind of fits in with what we're doing here. But we're going to fill in the rest of this chart. We're going to start with some basic stuff. Number one, the easiest part of this chart to fill in is what is the total totals, right? So if I take all the bowling party plus all the laser tag party people, that should add up to 100%, just like all the males and all the females should also add up to 100%. So when you guys are doing your homework, the first part of your box you're going to fill in 100%. The next that's going to be pretty easy to fill in is the rest of the totals. So if I know that I have to have 100% in my total, because that's what 100% means, well then 52 plus 48 is 100%. You can subtract to find that, right? 100 minus 52 is 48. Also 100 minus 60, the other one that we knew, is 40. So that's the percentage of people that wanted laser tag. Okay. Now, once I've got this, I'm now all set to figure out the rest of the people who wanted laser tag, because if 40% of the people wanted laser tag total, 12% of them were females, that means 40 minus 12 gives me 28% of the males wanted laser tag. And similarly, if 12% of the females wanted laser tag, that also means that 36% of the females wanted laser tag, because 48 minus 12 is 36, right? So what am I doing here? I'm using these totals, right? The totals that I know, and we always know total of total is 100%. I subtract back from that to figure out the rest of these, right? 100 minus 60 was 40, 100 minus 52 is 48. And then once I know these two totals, I can work back to find these next ones, right? 48 minus 12 is 36, 40 minus 12 is 28. So I'm working my way backwards there. And then all that's left is the males who just want to bowl. And I can do that in either direction. I can do 52 minus 28. I can do 60 minus 36. Guess what? It's going to work either way and give me 24. So we've now filled in all the parentheses, the percentages. And if you need to pause the video, now's probably a good time. Make sure you have that all copied down. But now what we have to do is we have to replace all these percentages with the actual number of people who responded to the survey in each category. So we have made what's called a relative frequency table. Now we need to make the actual two-way frequency table. Now, here's all the numbers filled in, but let's talk about how I figured this out. So if 24% of my survey respondents, right, and this is out of everybody, 24% of everybody was a male who wanted to bowl. Well, how many everybody's were there? How many people were in the survey? Come back to the word problem, you'll see he says he asked 25 friends. So I take 24% of 25, and that's how many males said they wanted to go to the bowling party. If I take 28% of 25, that's how many males said they want to do laser tag. And then if I take, well, honestly, I could take these two and add them together, but also if I take 52% of 25, that's what goes here. So I'm going to take all of these percentages of the total 25 friends, and that's where I get these numbers from, right? Trying to go backwards if I can. 12%, there we go. 12% of 25 is 3. 10%, 40% of 25 is 10. 100% of 25 is 25, right? I take all of those percentages of 25, and that's where I get the numbers that actually go into our final answer. Now, you may be asking, how do I figure out what 24% of 25 is? You just multiply, right? Remember, percentages, if you take that decimal spot and move it over 1, 2, or I guess from your perspective, 1, 2, however it is, move it to the left 2. Now it's a decimal, and you get, you take like 25%, you'd say 0.25 of 25, and then it gives you back the number. And all these will work out as nice whole numbers. That's done by design. There's no tricks there. I didn't round or anything. It all works out. So you take all these percentages, multiply them by the max or the total number of people that are involved in the information, and that gives you what you need to fill in the rest of the table as the final answer. And this is what it's looking for. This is the two-way frequency chart. Okay. Now, once you have the two-way frequency table filled in, they're going to ask you a couple simple questions about it. Two-way frequency table. The first one, of the friends that Jacob surveyed, how many of them are males? Looking at this one, who prefer laser tag parties. So I go male, laser tag, right there. My answer is 7. Okay. Building the chart's the hard part. Once you've got that done, you're just like, oh yeah, it's that one. Okay. So the males who want the laser tag party, there's 7 of them. And 7 out of the 25 people wanted the laser tag party, or were males who wanted the laser tag party. Of the friends Jacob survey, how many of them are females who prefer a bowling party? Females, bowling party, 9. 9 of the 25 people were females who wanted to go bowling. And that's it for these types of problems, right? I mean, this is really what the homework is. Now, there is another type of example, right? They're going to give you something like this, okay? They say the two-way frequency table shows how many students took an optional driver's education course and how many passed their driving test in the first attempt. So there's your two variables, right? Who took the course, who passed or failed their test. That's your two, I think I'm doing that right. This is harder than it looks. And they're going to give you the chart already filled in, but then they're going to say make a relative frequency table by converting the data in the table to percentages. And this is actually, I would argue, even easier than what we did before, because now the chart's already filled all the way out, right? Here it says 50 total people took the course. There's 50 total people involved in the survey, right? 20 of them took the course and passed. 20 of them took the course and failed, which means 28 people total took the course. 6 people didn't take the course and pass. 16 people didn't take the course and failed. 22 people in the survey did not take the course. Okay, 26 people passed, 24 people failed, 50 people total were involved. Okay, all that same information, same kind of information we were doing in the previous one, just different context. Okay, so now they want to say, okay, well, what was the percentage of people that took the course, excuse me, and passed? Well, how do we find percentages? They're just decimals. So we take 20 out of 50. 20 divided by 50 is 0.4. And so you make 0.4 into a percentage, it becomes 40%. That's it, right? I'd like to make this more difficult, but I can't. That's all there is to it, right? I think this will be 16%. I think this will be 44%, pretty much doubling all these. And so, yeah, you do that and you fill in the blank one, and they give you a blank one, and you fill it in with each percentage. So again, we said 20 out of 50 was 40%. 6 out of 50 is 12%. 26 out of 50 is 52%. 8 out of 50 is 16%. 16 out of 50 is 32%. 48%. 56%. 44%. And then, of course, 100%. Okay. So how am I filling these in? Aside from the fact that, I had my calculator handy when I was creating this, you're just dividing. Again, 6 divided by 50, turn it into a percentage. 16 divided by 50, turn it into a percentage. And that's it for the first part, right? That's how you create the relative frequency table from the raw data two-way frequency table, okay? Now, once you've done that, then they say, find the joint frequency, just a fancy way of telling me to find the percentage, find the joint frequency of a student who took the course, and failed the driving test on his or her first attempt. Took course, failed, 16%. That's your answer. No tricks. Don't have to do anything to it. Okay. Then they say, is there an association between taking the optional driver's education course and passing the test on the first attempt? Here you got to do a little bit of thinking. But what are they asking about? Okay, they're asking about people who took the course and passed the test on their first attempt. Okay, we had take the course, pass on their first test. That's 40% of people took the course and passed it. And you'll notice, not coincidentally, that is the largest of our 4 subgroups of people we get, right? Took the test, passed, versus took the test, failed. You were more than twice as likely to pass the test if you took the course. If you took the course, you were twice as likely to pass as you were to fail. If you didn't take the course, now you can look at it and you're really like 4 times almost, 3.5 times as likely to pass as somebody who didn't take the course. So you've got a little bit of information here. You can interpret it to say, yeah, if you take the course, you're much more likely to pass the test. If you don't take the course, you're much more likely to fail the test. That's it. It just wants you to kind of do the explanation. There's no like one concrete right answer. Look at the data and make your assessment of it based on what they're asking you to look for. And that's the homework. Your homework is a problem like the first example and a problem like the second example. This is a good opportunity to kind of like practice looking at some data and using it and making even a couple of assessments by it and seeing how 2 different variables can affect each other. You don't need your calculator. I mean, you can use your phone's calculator. It will be enough to do the division. Move your decimal place over as you need to for percentages, but otherwise you guys are good to go. If you guys have any, if you guys have any questions, as always, reach out to me. Otherwise, I love you. Thanks for watching this video. Thanks for watching all the other videos. And yeah, we did it. Keep an eye out for any other bonuses. But man, way to go, guys. Love you. Bye.